Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today's the day. I have got to get caught up with videos. We are behind. Life has just been busy. And I can't tell you a specific thing, but probably doctor's appointments for me right now. And trying to get some Christmas shopping done, trying to go to estate sales. It just seems like we've been busy. But I am going to be making a haul video today because we went to Asheville yesterday, and you know what? It was okay. It was okay. Enough that, I think I might start going more regularly. Plus, we were able to go to Trader Joe's, which I absolutely love. And we were able to pick up a box order from Granger. So it was a good day. We took Janiyah with us, which is my son's girlfriend. And she's been selling on Depop and doing really well for the few things that she's listed on there. So she wanted to go test out, sourcing. She hasn't done a whole lot of that. She's gone to our local Goodwill a couple of times. I don't even know, has she bought anything to resell there when she's gone?
No, she's never bought anything to resell before, except I think she bought a couple things at the Goodwill here.
And I think she's realized she doesn't like the bins per se. It's just too much for her to sort through, but she enjoyed going over to the retail side and just digging through the racks. So I think next time she might spend a little bit of time in the bins, but I think she just would prefer pay up a little bit and be able to sort through pants and shirts and sweaters and,
She knows all the style stuff that's going on.
She's young and hip and
roughly stuff, and I don't know, I can't even remember all the words she said, but some of the stuff she was talking about, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And she wants to. I had picked up a couple things. Like I picked up two things I thought she might like from the bins. One of them was a black dress, and what about this? And she's like, yep, that, and she snatched that real quick because she was excited about that one. And then the other one was a small American Eagle brown jacket, kind of light. It zips not down the middle, but on the side. She said the side zip was really popular now, or the cross or whatever. But she said that she didn't know how to style that one. That might not sell very well, but if she put it on and wore it with something else, or put it on a mannequin with something else that would make it look really nice, she said it would sell, but she didn't know what that would. So she's going to get into all of that. And if you're into that sort of thing, you can sell your stuff, I'm assuming, faster, because she sold 5 things on Depop in 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah, less than 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's been quick for her. So she has that down. So if you know the style and you put it with something, then you'll probably do fairly well with it and sell it faster and probably for more money.
Yeah, and now we're going to try to coax her towards eBay. So I think she'll do really well on the things that she doesn't think could sell on Depop, but might sell good on eBay. So let me go ahead and share with you some of the sales that I made. This is for, I can't even say, maybe 2 weekends ago, but I'm thinking in the last video, I said October, and you didn't catch it either.
I mostly ignore what you say anyway, so I probably didn't hear it.
Well, we're working on November. It was the weekend, November 21st to the 23rd. My sales were okay. We have an ongoing thing between my close friends that all resell, and it's like, okay, is today going to be the last day of really great sales? And so far, I'm still every day I'm exceeding my expectations as far as the solds. But we know at some point real soon sales are going to drop off because buyers know that they're not going to get these presents in time, and then we'll have a little bit of a pickup after, like, at Christmas, right after Christmas, of people who are spending gift cards and stuff like that. But yeah, we've got 6 days until our promoted listings turn off. So who knows what's going to happen there?
Because this is December 6th, and sales are still pretty good. We did 3 in my store today, a couple yesterday. So
I did like 22 this morning in my store, and we had an Etsy order, and even Etsy still, almost daily, at least one. I think I've got like 5 or something to share with you for this weekend.
And let's in a bit talk about that complicated
order
that I had. It was a pain getting that sorted out.
It was a pain to get one sale, but yes, I have 1, 2, 5 sales to share with you from Etsy. I did put my Etsy back on sale this month. It just seems like it's like with eBay. If you don't do the same stuff that, you know, is normal for your store, you know, you see the algorithm not being happy with you. So I went ahead and put my store back on sale, and, you know, sales have picked up again for me. First thing that sold was this gun, Curious George plush from 1990, sold for $22.45. And then this Steffens Rudolph Misfit Island Hermie the Elf with the cute little polka dot elephant from 1999, sold for $17.95. This was a cute Hallmark stocking shaped like tennis shoes with a tube sock, sold for $17.95. Hallmark Frosty Friends ornament lot. These were from 89 and 91. The two sold for $17.95. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of ornaments that sell for a lot in this series. So, you know, go on eBay, look them up and familiarize yourself. But normally I pick up most Frosty Friends stuff. And then I think this sold almost immediately. I listed it on eBay, turned right around and listed it on Etsy, and it sold very quickly. This was a Fisher-Price milk jug with the little holder tray. I think it was missing stickers and everything. The bottles had some wear, and it still sold very quickly, $22.45. And then eBay. Tons of stuff that I have marked down are selling for, you know, I marked them, a lot of the plush down to $9.95 just to make them gone. A lot of them are selling for the $8.96, which is my sale price. Sometimes they're selling for $8.06, which is the 10% offer. But a lot have sold. I wished I had done this, you know, for years just to move the old inventory. I highly encourage you, you know, take the emotion out of it. Pick a price and start marking that stuff down to make them gone. Get your money back. Invest in stuff that's going to move quicker or higher dollar, whatever your goal is with your business. But I am selling a ton of this. I might have to, at the end of the year, have Robert redo how much stuff we sold. Just like in this fourth quarter, that was like $12 and under. Or even the $9.95 and under, because it's been a ton. And instead of donating it at the end of the year, I'm making money on them. But first thing is a tie, My First Teddy Bear plush from 2014, $8.96. Plus shipping. Aurora Meoni Tots. I pick up a lot of that plush. I like it. Some of it I'm putting in lots. But, you know, it's just one of the brands I like picking up. Aurora, Russ, Dakin, Applause. And not all of it sells for quite a bit. But, you know, bread and butter. This one sold for $10. Very quickly, too. I think this was in the lot of Little People stuff that I picked up at our a local thrift store. I paid $65 for a bunch of it. But I already sold like just two things from it were $100 each. So, you know, right now everything is pure profit. But this is a silo top to a Little People vintage barn. And it sold for $8.96. Did have lots of scratches. Scentsy Buddies. This is a Unicorn Lovey. Sold for $26.95. American Eagle. Women's jeggings sold for $10.27. Dora the Explorer metal tray. I thought this would do better. It took years to sell. Finally, out the door, $8.96. It's been funny. I guess people pulling out stuff for the holidays to cook. They're realizing they're missing pieces, broken pieces, but I've been selling a lot of the small parts replacement stuff. This was for a Molinex La Machine food processor, and this prep bowl sold for $10. Democracy Women's Jungle Print Coat. Glad to see another large clothing item out the door. Sold for $24.04. Chosun, I like that brand. This is a gray hippo. Took about 5 months to sell for $15. Cable Guys Fall Guy Gaming remote holder. We bought one of these, simply a different series, but the same idea for RJ last year. He keeps his gaming remotes in them. This one sold for $22.45. I'm sure it was a Ben's pickup, so probably under $2 for it. This was just a bunch of cats and dog figures. I don't even remember where they came from. I think they had just accumulated, and I was in that time where I was just throwing stuff out there, making lots. And they sold $26.95. Homer Laughlin salad plates. We picked these up in the bins in South Carolina. I want to say it was like 40 cents a pound. We paid like $8 for 2 large totes of Fiesta Wear stuff. These plates sold for $40.45. Tomy Toy Take a Trip Train. I remember picking this up at an estate sale. I actually think it was in a box with like Weebles or something. So I just took it out, put the lot together, listed it $13.45. Knickerbocker. I don't talk about that brand very much, but I really like it. Knickerbocker does like the Holly Hobby dolls and just lots of character plush, vintage stuff. Maybe I'll try to do a video on Knickerbocker. This was a Cookie Monster rattle plush. Definitely had issues. Those plastic eyes seem to always be discolored. I think like sitting in a window or something just yellows them. The glue yellows around where the eyes stick together. It still sold for $24.25. Did take almost a year to sell though. Fourth quarter. I got a sweet message with this. The buyer was a mama, and her daughter had lost this rabbit, and she was just thanking me in her offer that, I had provided something like this on eBay. Just a dandy rabbit. It sometimes makes me rethink. I don't pick up dandy very often, but there's mamas out there looking for these just, vintage, but just blah kind of brands. And, I don't know. The rabbits seem to take a while. The rabbits and the bears. But it ended up selling $8.96. But literally this was listed for years. Mary Meyer Moose Reindeer Hand Puppet from 2001 sold for $15.25. I have been selling a lot of puppets. It's just, I don't know. Is that a fourth quarter thing? I don't know. Lots of puppets. I think I've got a few more even in this video. Disney Frozen Prince Hans Coronation Doll. I did not realize that this was such a sought after figure. I tend to pick up a lot of these Barbie style dolls, characters. And this was a Ben's pickup, and it sold for $31 in about a month. The Schmuzzle Puzzle. Y'all, this came with me to this house. So it's been here 14, 15 years. Finally sold it. $8.96. It's an interesting puzzle, but I guess you just have to, look for this type. All the pieces are the exact same shape. Just kind of weird. And it's large. So it was, just a pain. Storing to keep it from getting bent and all of that stuff.
How long did it take you to put it together?
I did, and it came together.
Sealed?
It's easier stored, I guess, that way. I don't know if it had actually ever been taken apart and re-put together, but it comes like, I wouldn't say a frame tray, but it has an edge, and then all the pieces are the exact piece, and you have to figure out where it goes. So no, I did not put that together.
And she's not helping very much with the current puzzle.
I don't. Those comic puzzles by Jan Van Hasteren, they're not fun. They're not fun. I love the White Mountains.
These are fun because there's so much craziness going on in them. But yeah,
I've done
they're
a
more
few.
they're more difficult.
I've done more than the last one you did, which I put one piece in. This one I've been chunking colors, splotches together and sticking them where they belong in the puzzle.
We finished one, and then I got a puzzle out.
After
she went to bed after you went to bed one night, and as I was looking at it, I was on the phone with Dad, and the back of the puzzle had letters on it, A through F, which told which quadrant of the puzzle that it went to. So I sorted it by the letters, and then by the time she got up the next morning,
he had most of the puzzle
it was
done.
like 2/3 done, and she accused me of having it in chunks, and I was like, no, there were no chunks. It was all broken, and we started putting it together, and she finally saw that one of the pieces had a letter on the back and knew something was up at that point.
Yeah, it was very quick to put together. But yeah, I love when we open up a box that we're going to put together and the person has left parts of it in chunks. It just makes it faster. All right, next thing that sold is this Mattel Spirit Horse with Abigail Girl doll, sold for $17.95. House of Hatton, love that brand. A lot of it is like baby nursery type stuff, but they also do a lot of like Christmas ornaments. I think I just sold, it might be in the next video, some Christmas ornaments. But this little baby lion rattle sold for $8.96. Folk Manus hand puppet lot. Robert grabbed these at an estate sale that we stopped at. I don't think we bought much more than this, maybe one other thing. But they were a very quick sale for $14. How much did you pay for the two of them?
$1 each.
Yeah, $1 each, so not bad. Quick sell. Mary Meyer Sweet Rascals Turtle Plush sold for $15. Hearth and Hand Magnolia Ornaments. This is from Joanna Gaines. These were from 2018. I think you picked these up at an estate sale, maybe. Can't remember. But they sold for $12. But they took a while.
I think the whole world calls that hearth. You want to redo it?
Nope. Hearth.
Ain't nobody in the world calls that hearth. I know we've done this one before, too.
Really?
Yes.
Hearth. See?
Here,
Teaching yourself to read, you don't. Some of the times I'm right. I'm just going to say that. Some of the times I'm right. And some of you say it the way I say it, so I can't be wrong. I don't know. He's going to look it up. Hearth.
I think they don't actually say it the way you say it. They just feel bad for you.
Stop. Jerk. Am I going on? Or are you looking at...
We're gonna deal with this right now.
Where's my coffee? Did you move it?
No.
Oh,
You
I
probably
must have
left it at
taken
the
it
house.
in. Dang it. I need coffee. Hearth. Whatever.
You want to go back and redo that?
No! Leave it in there. Tell me somebody says hearth. It's like hearse, right?
Maybe we should just call it hearth.
Hearth. Why not?
It's pronounced like heart. Like heart.
Hearth.
Heart, not hearth.
The next time it comes
Not
up,
hearth.
guess what Rebel's going to be saying?
Earth.
Hearth.
Earth.
Sonny and Company hand puppet. This was an angel. Some of these I picked up at the bins. Some of these I picked up at, I think an estate sale. I think this might have been from the same one where I picked up all the kitty kittens. But this one sold for $35.95. There's a whole series by Folk Manus that look very similar. They sell about the same. Vans, women's shoes, been listed forever. Glad to get an $18 offer on them. I think the size was its issue. Disney High School Musical Wildcat plush sold for $13.45. It was about a month. Robert grabbed these at the bins the last time we were there. I've sold the the figures before. I did not realize the bucket was part of that series. I don't even think these particular figures went with it, but I just decided to list all of it together. Rainbow Friends sold for $22.45 in about a month.
So I had a goofy sale. It was complicated, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
There's a pair of Joe's jeans.
Which, by the way, are really a good pickup.
Yeah, we do well with those. We don't find them very often, but we had them listed for 40. They were on sale for 35 something.
Yeah.
And the person was in Alaska and did not want to pay more than $40 total with the jeans and shipping. Tax, they didn't worry about the tax. They knew tax was going to be extra. And so they wanted to send an off that, I can't remember how it started, but I told them to... on.
It was a pen pals for days.
But we got the jeans sold eventually. That's the good news. But I said, we'll just subtract out what you want, because they wanted them shipped to Virginia. Right,
they're traveling to Virginia.
They live in Alaska. They want them shipped to Virginia because they're going to be on vacation there, and the shipping would be a lot less. And they said that when they went to do, I said, we'll just subtract out what the shipping is going to be to Virginia, because I can't tell from it, and then send me an offer for that. I'm figuring $32, $33. And they said that when they did that, it showed $29 because the shipping was $11 because they live in Alaska. So they sent the offer.
We didn't want to sell it for $29.
I said, I don't want us to take less than $32. I said, but if you will just send me a $32 offer, as long as the shipping is going to Virginia, then I will refund any shipping that's over $8. So they did that. But when I got the order, it was actually showing Virginia, even though on the offer screen showed the address to be Alaska. But when the order came through, it was going to Virginia. So it's a little confusing when you're looking at the offer screen. It might not end up shipping to where the offer screen shows. So be careful with that. What I told her was, if she sent the order or the offer for 32, if the address did not show Virginia, then I would cancel the order, and then she would have to figure it out on her end how to set up her address. One thing that when I was trying to type that message, I got slapped on the hand by eBay for trying to. They said I was trying to contact them for outside shipping something. I don't know. One of those things, like I'm either trying to get payment outside eBay or to sell it outside eBay, but I wasn't. It's just because I said shipping address or something in there, and I took the word address out when I resent it, and it was fine with it. Yeah. So be careful of the words you use, because even if your words are clearly read by a human not trying to go outside the system, their bot may think it is.
But it was a pain. Fisher-Price Loving Family Dream Dollhouse Camper Boat. This was from the huge lot that I picked up in one bins in St. Louis. I have sold so much of it already. This boat sold for $17.95. Hasbro, G.I. Joe, figure lot. It was one of those things. I dropped the price. No, it wasn't going to be down to $9.95, but I dropped it down to $34.95. It went on sale and it sold. I don't know what I originally had it at, but a lot of times I've been listing, something that's $49.95. I've been taking them down to $25, $30, $35 just to make them gone. Fisher-Price, also this came in that lot from the bins. This was Loving Family Wedding Party. I had the bride, the groom, and a bouquet. There were other... Oh, I said bouquet this time.
Look at you talking all proper. I found out last night Janiyah says bouquet for some weird reason too.
Yep. Well, this lot sold for $26.95. Blankets and Beyond Elephant Baby Blanket sold for $17.95. This sold very quickly. I will continue to pick them up. This is Animal Adventure bunny rabbits. They come in different sizes. Colors. Tans, pink, blue, white, purple. I've found them all over the years. And this one sold, let me very gently bring it up so you don't see the, November 4th. So, sold in about 2 weeks, $8.96. M&M Star Wars. I will never pick up M&M again. Plush. These were all from The hybrid estate sale I won many years ago. I just ended up making one huge lot. These two, I figured, they're Star Wars. I'll keep them separate. And then they finally sold $14.95. I don't know if I have any more M&Ms. Applause Disney Mulan Mushu Dragon sold for $15. This was a Ben's pickup. Kid Robot Hello Kitty Mermaid Plush sold for $29.66. Hallmark Jingle Pals picked up a bunch recently at one estate sale. They had them all marked at $5. I want to say I bought 8 or 9 of them, and they have been selling for me. This particular one sold for $24. Build-A-Bear. This was Justice little monkey outfit, and then I just threw another outfit with it. Sold for $8.95. And last but not least in my store was Finger Puppets from Folk Manus, sold for $10. All right, and then in Robert's store, first thing that sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He sold 8 that weekend. Ooh,
that's a good weekend.
That was a good weekend. All right, J. Crew Toothpick Skinny Jeans sold for $22.21.
Is this part of that? I sold 5 2 days in a row.
Yeah, probably something like that. And some counted the day before, some counted the day after, depending on when they bought it. All right, Hollister Ultra High Rise Mom Jeans sold for $17.71. Anthropologie Blink London Embroidered Shirt sold for $15. Izod Men's Cardigan Sweater sold for $19.68. Chico's So Slimming Girlfriend Jeans sold for $22.21. Now, all of this is also, the buyer has paid additional for the shipping. The shipping in Robert's store is back to the calculated shipping where they get our discount. Never again will we try to change that. Never again.
Little does she know I have plans in my mind.
All right, this is J. Crew Men's Olive Green Pants. I don't know why there's no space between J and Crew. It still sold $15.01. Lee Men's Extreme Motion Jeans sold for $16.50. And last but not least were these BKE Denim Kate Boot Jeans sold for $22.21. All right, I hope you guys' sales are continuing to be excellent for fourth quarter, and I've got lots to do. I want to share right here's all of my stuff I got from the bins yesterday. I'm going to make that video. I'm going to try to get caught up with the other videos this weekend and get them out pronto, and just keep plodding along, getting stuff listed. Waiting to see, is today the day that my sales stop being above average? All right, get to work. Bye.